What's up? It's your man Latone Hart. It's just Sunday morning. Just chilling, man. I just finished washing the dishes. And when you're washing the dishes, you be thinking about stuff. So I was washing the dishes and I said, might as well go on live and just get these things out of my head. Out of my head. Yo, shout out to my man, Rob, aka 3. The Champagne Don. That's my man. I saw a post that he was writing that he didn't understand this new Netflix movie called The Wrong Missy. It's called The Wrong Missy. It's a movie on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it. It's silly, absurd. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like a Saturday Night Live movie. A lot of Saturday Night Live ex-cast members are on it. And it's basically about this woman who's very, very different. That's just to say it nicely. She's unique. She's unique, and a lot of dismissive people would say she's crazy. But I want to tell my man Rob, you need to watch it and you need to learn. And this is why I'm telling you need to watch it and learn. Women that are unique, original, or quote unquote crazy, there's nobody better in bed, man. Now, that comes with some other things too. But if she's crazy, you definitely want to experience her. You might not want to keep her. Perfect example. I'm not going to say no names, so let's call her Sheila. So I was dating this girl, Sheila, once upon a time. Beautiful little chocolate chick. And man, she had me in there singing like Michael Jackson. She had me in there singing, homie. I mean, she was unique or crazy. So after I'm done doing Remember the Time, I'm in there singing, PYT. I'm singing all those songs. I'm singing Lady of My Life. I'm singing I'm Bad. I'm doing the whole catalog. You know what I'm saying? She had me doing Michael Jackson for real. She gets up, and I'm in my glory. Those 20 seconds after you've arrived and you're just not thinking about nothing. So while I'm in that moment, she takes my keys, goes outside in the backyard and buries them. True story. She buries my keys in the backyard. Took like 3 of them and buried them in different areas. Talking about, oh, you not going to mess with no other women. You only going to mess with me. She's crazy. Now, excellent in the bedroom. But she's a little loony, man. So that's for my man Rob. That's what that movie on Netflix, The Wrong Missy, is about. It's about a crazy woman. And, they're out there. So you might want to try yourself one. Hey, while you're sitting around Memorial Day weekend, make sure you check out my station, The Raven 92.9. All right, my man Tim doing a special Memorial Day show. It's going to be dope. I got mixes all day. It's a free radio station, digital urban radio. It's Raven 92.9. Yo, Joe Budden, what's up? What's poppin', Joe? Yo, see, this is the problem. Just because you got invited to the barbecue one time, Joe, don't mean you can dictate the menu. Don't mean you don't got to bring nothing. You still got to bring something to the barbecue, Joe. You can't just come to the barbecue. I mean, Obama brought you along and you was cool. But now you got to bring something to the barbecue to come. You can't just be telling people, hey, you ain't Nubian if you don't vote for me. You have never been oppressed if you don't vote for me. Come on, Joe. We understand you're a 77-year-old white guy, so there's some entitlement there. There's some bigotry there. We understand that. We understand that with the current president. But you can't just think you can come to the barbecue without. You got to bring some chips or something, Joe. You can't just come to the barbecue without something. Just don't bring that damn potato salad with them raisins. We don't want that shit. But you got to bring something, Joe. Well, you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I wonder if y'all rethinking Bernie now. I mean, I don't know, but I just thought it was funny, man. My man said, you ain't black. Like the police have never harassed you. If you haven't voted for Joe, if you don't vote for Joe, your credit isn't fucked up if you haven't voted for Joe Biden. You don't have high blood pressure if you don't vote for Joe Biden. You've never been to the Bayou Classic if you don't vote for Joe Biden. You never went to Freaknik. Joe Biden, man. Yo, what's going on with you, man? I know you tried. You know what? And I say this to a lot of people. If you're not a funny person, don't try to joke. It is an intrinsic thing. You are either funny in general or you're not. But if you're not funny, when you try to joke, people get offended. Don't do it. Yo, I was reading something that 48% of Americans will not go back to restaurants or theaters after this COVID-19 pandemic. I guess that message ain't hit Texas and Louisiana. People here, where I'm at in the Gulf, ain't they like, hey, I got a gun. I don't care about coronavirus. If coronavirus comes up here, I'll shoot them. But 48%, I mean, I love the movie theaters. I'm in between. I love going to the movies. I always have. It's something that me and my mother used to do all the time. Something me and my mother still do. When I went and saw my mother a few years ago in California, first thing we did when I got there, we went and go see Aquaman at the movie theaters in California, which is interesting because in California, they will give you wine in the movie theater. So, I'm sitting there with my nice glass of Riesling watching Aquaman with my mom. It was good. But that's interesting. They say drive-in theaters may come back because of the coronavirus. That'd be cool. I love the drive-in. I think I saw The Lion King at the drive-in in 1994 with this little skeezer. Yeah, I took this skeezer. She skeezed me. Yeah, so drive-in movie theaters. I also saw Star Wars, the very first one, with my father at the drive-in movie theaters. So that'd be interesting if they bring that back. Yo, what is going on with ESPN and y'all and this Last Dance thing? I know there's no sports on. But what is the fascination with Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan was great. I was, in my early 20s when Michael Jordan was dominating people. Michael Jordan was a great basketball player, but I don't understand all the revisionist history, all the constant Michael Jordan slurping. 24/7 of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was great. Michael Jordan is not a perfect person, but Michael Jordan was a hell of a basketball player. But the constant, man, will y'all swallow and get this over with Michael Jordan? I just don't get why it's all the time. It is 2020. Michael Jordan hasn't played for almost 20 years. And we don't do that with anything else. We don't say, man, forget these sprinters. Forget Usain Bolt. Let's talk about how great Carl Lewis was. Because that's what they do with Michael Jordan. It's always a LeBron thing. That's what I think it is. It's a LeBron thing. You can't say LeBron is good without someone saying, but Michael Jordan. Like, what is it that LeBron does to intimidate y'all so much that y'all always got to bring up, that y'all got to make a 8-part documentary about Michael Jordan? It's something that LeBron does. Is it because of it's something? Is it because LeBron is free mentally and financially, and he's like a big dude and married his high school crush? And something about LeBron really upsets mainstream America. So we got to pull up Michael Jordan and talk about him forever and ever and ever and how great he was. Yeah, Michael Jordan was great. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was great. They don't talk about him though. I actually always in the argument, I always say like Kareem is probably the greatest of all time. Before you argue, consider that when Kareem was playing basketball in college, they banned slam dunking because he was so dominant. Like, oh, you can't slam the ball anymore. That's not fair. Imagine if they banned dunking because Michael Jordan wasn't that dominant that they had to ban dunking. Shaq, they didn't ban dunking. I was going to say Kareem was still getting 15, 20 points, looking like he needed, some Geritol. If Kareem played in this era with all the supplements and all the dietary and all the physical things that we know now, Kareem would have been, Kareem probably would have they probably just put two other players on the court with Kareem. Kareem was great, but I gotta wonder this Michael Jordan infatuation. It's gotta stop. It's got to stop. Once again, check out my radio station, The Raven 92.9. Shout out to all my Christians. Why are you watching me? You should be at church. The Lord needs you. Somebody asked me the other day, are you an atheist? Hell no. I think atheists are crazy. I'm not an atheist. I'm not necessarily a Christian. I would say that I'm best agnostic. I do go to church with Desiree all the time. I was raised with my mother through the Catholic tradition, but I am not an atheist. But I am a little skeptical. But I ain't no atheist. Don't ever call me an atheist again, ever. I know some atheists, and atheists are just as extreme as Catholics. Again, I mean, I'm in the middle somewhere. Make sure you check out my man Tim's Memorial Day show on the Raven 92.9. I was watching that Beanie Man and Bounty Killer verses last night. I like some of their songs, but I can be honest, I don't know what the hell either one of them is ever saying. I had no idea what they were saying. And 112 versus Jagged Edge versus got canceled. 112 pulled out. I don't ever pull out. I don't ever pull out. Stay in all the time. Where's my sister, Keisha? It's Memorial Day weekend. What does that mean to me? Nothing. But I want some bratwurst. All right? I am in Louisiana, and I am from Wisconsin. I want some bratwurst. All right? I want to go to Bratfest. Yeah. I'm sure somebody will make some gumbo, or they'll have some crawfish. I don't want that. I want some brats. But you have a happy Memorial Day weekend. All right. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Twitter. And once again, the Raven 92.9. Check it out on social media and listen to it. All right. I got to get out of here before Desiree think I'm trying to holler at some hoes or something. Think I'm trying to pick up some new skeezers.